Hello, my exploration-loving peeps. My name is Kat, aka Kakibot, and today I am in Dundee. We finally made it. This is my first time here, and I thought I would make a little video to show you what are this many cool places to visit while you're here. Dundee is known as the city of 3 J's, Jude, Jam and Journalism, but I would say that there's some extras to be added onto that, which I would say is design and video games, because this place is actually quite famous for being the originator of games like Grand Theft Auto and Lemmings. Also, you probably know by now, if you're into Scotland, that they have a super awesome new Victoria and Albert Museum here. We're gonna visit that later today, but I think that we're gonna start by exploring the city centre. Let's explore now. Let's do it. So, our post-lunch designy endeavour is visiting the Vna Museum, which is, I guess, Dundee's freshest attraction. It opened in 2018, I believe, and an interesting fact is that it was designed by the same architect who actually designed the Japan National Stadium in Tokyo that was built for the Olympics, which I'm not quite sure if they're happening, but hopefully not actually. Yeah, don't do it, Japan. Anyway, this is a beautiful building right here on the riverside, you know, of River Tay. There's a lot of space to sit outside on a sunny day like this. They do have like 2 little street food vans. One of them does like coffee and ice cream, and the other one does halloumi fries and beer and prosecco, so super fun. But we are going inside. We are gonna visit the free Scottish design exhibition, and there's also another exhibition which, you know, usually rotates like every half a year or so. There used to be a video game exhibition there. I'm really sad we missed that, but you know, during pandemic it was kind of hard to visit it. Now they have one about clubbing, so if you're into clubbing, it goes like all the way from like the 60s into now. So there's a silent disco there and everything, and I'm really excited to visit. Also next to this place you can see the Rrs Discovery, which is a ship from the start of last century, I believe. Yes, I think like 1901 or something like that. And it was a ship built for Antarctic expeditions, and that's why you can find so many penguins around here. Not live penguins, penguin statues. There's at least 2 places that have penguin statues in Dundee. Dundonians do love their penguins. Pengling. So after we finished our little visit to Vna, which was amazing, we stopped by Janetta's Gelateria, which is right next to it, and I think that it's actually almost as old as the Rrs Discovery. I think that it started in 1908 or something like that. They do seem to have almost 20 kinds of gelato and sorbet on tap. But I wanted to have a little pause and tell you about other things that you should try and eat while you're in Dundee. First two both come from the kitchen of Mrs. Keeler. She invented marmalade. She invented the original orange marmalade. Apparently there was a ship coming from Spain, got stranded in Dundee because of a storm, and a local merchant, Mr. Keeler, bought some crates of Seville oranges. Is it Seville in English? I don't know.
Seville, yeah.
Okay, Seville, because I took 8 years of Spanish, so for me it's like Sevilla, so like I'm just kind of confused by the two languages, so none of which is mine. Anyway, yes, so he bought those oranges. She thought they were horribly bitter, but you know, she would fix it in her copper pans with adding lots and lots of sugar, and it worked, and thus marmalade was born. Personally, I don't really love marmalade. It's still very bitter for me, but tell me in the comments below if you are a marmalade fan. It seems to be kind of like an older person thing, but I don't judge. Like, I think that maybe, like myself, I feel like I haven't acquired the taste yet, but maybe later I will enjoy some toast with marmalade. The second thing from Mrs. Keeler is a Dundee cake, which, you know, is kind of easy to understand. Like, that's a Dundee thing that is something that you should probably try and have here. But you can buy them in Edinburgh as well. I've seen them in a lot of souvenir shops. It's kind of that like classic fruity cake. To me, they feel kind of Christmassy, but I don't think they actually are. Yeah, it's like a cake full of currants and raisins and things like that, and it has like this like jeweling of almonds on top. It looks very pretty. I think it would make a very beautiful gift for someone. The last thing is the most affordable and possibly the most delicious, and that is the Fudge Donut, which you can get from Fisher and Donaldson, which is a 5th generation bakery. One of them is here, and I think there's another one in St. Andrews, and we are actually going to St. Andrews tomorrow, so we're gonna buy our fudge donut there, hopefully. If you're not into fudge donuts, then we had a little look at Fisher and Donaldson, and they seem to have a lot of other delicious looking baked goods. We made it to the Lemming Statue! As I mentioned at the start of this video, Dundee is known as this cradle of video game industry here in Scotland. That's because Dundee was the home of DMA Design, which created both the GTA games and the Lemmings games. And I haven't really played that much of GTA, the series, but I did play a lot of Lemmings, so I'm really happy that I got to visit them in person with this little badonk. I appreciate. Yes. Hello, Mum. She played Lemmings with me. Anyway, if you're into games, you should probably consider coming to Dundee to study here, because at the Edinburgh University you can actually study game design specifically, and that's, fun fact, what Simon wanted to study originally, so maybe one day still he will become one of those geriatric university students and get into game design. So our last stop on our trip to Dundee is Dundee Law, this little cute hill, which is not that tiny or cute. It is actually about 600 feet above sea level, which translates to about 30 or 40 minutes of walking uphill, which, you know, not everyone might get excited about. We didn't walk it, we got a cab, which cost us about £6, and I think it was worth it, because I think that I would probably hate it, especially, you know, after a day full of walking already, and also like I have some food in me and I have some drinks in me and I would not enjoy it. Anyway, this place is amazing. You can have like a 360 view of this whole area. You can see all the way to St Andrews. You can even see some planes landing on the super tiny Dundee airport. You can see both of the bridges, which are beautiful. Yeah, maybe this would make a great first stop for you as well. It really depends. Like if you arrive in the evening, then maybe before your whole day of exploring Dundee, you can come here and kind of like get a good feel of where everything is. Or you can do this, you can wait for a really nice evening, wait for a really nice kind of like golden hour lighting and come here as like a dessert to your little Dundee trip. Anyway, as I said, this is our last stop. This is the end of our trip to Dundee. We really enjoyed it. I think that this is a great place for everyone who's really into design and art. It's also kind of a place that's not very touristy, you know, but it should be. Like, I think that there's a lot to see here. And it's about hour 20 drive or, you know, train ride from Edinburgh. So like if you have nothing exciting to do, I think that you should definitely hop on a train and visit Dundee and see what it's about. I think that this place is going to get more and more interesting in the future years, but it's already super fun. I really like it here. Everyone was very friendly. The city centre is beautiful and the riverside is also very picturesque. I loved it there. Anyway, let us know in the comments down below if you've ever been to Dundee and what you thought, or if you'd really like to go after seeing this video. We always hope that these videos are gonna inspire you to visit these lesser known places in Scotland. So yeah, we hope that we succeeded at that. As always, if you enjoy what I do and if you like looking at my face, you can also visit me on Instagram. I'm there under KakiBot and KakiBlog. So, you know, give that a go. And thank you if you managed to watch all the way up until the end. You're my Until the End squad and you're the best. Okay, I will see you soon. Bye! But I wanted to pause and tell you about other things that you should try and eat while you're in Dundee. Dundee.